Hey there, fellow nostalgia aficionados, and in particular, comic book aficionados. Welcome back. David Eon here in the Toy Museum, Toy Room 1, on my way into the Media Lounge, our Media Lounge, which is almost finished. We're almost finished. We're getting there. And today we are doing another episode of What's on the Spinner Rack. That's right, we have refreshed the spinner rack. As many of you are aware, we recently at an estate sale found this vintage spinner rack and end cap magazine display unit. A matching pair. And you don't expect to find these in the wild anymore. No header, unfortunately. See, the header box is missing. But the rest of the rack is there and it's intact, and it is a vintage rack. Can't go wrong. You don't expect to find these anymore. But when we filled the rack, I filmed it and suggested that when we refresh the rack, which we're planning on doing once a month, that I would just do a showcase of what is being displayed at that time. And that's where we are today. I guess you could call it episode 2 of What's on the Spinner Rack. And we'll start off with Gold Key Comics, Steve Zodiac and Fireball XL5 #1. You gotta love the artwork on a lot of these gold keys. They really did do some fantastic artwork. Fireball XL5, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, this was a bin pick, by the way. I guess they had no clue what it was. I knew what it was, and it's the first issue. I knew what it was. And by the way, the theme on this run is all gold key on this particular side, because my wife takes 2 sides and I take 2 sides. But Steve Zodiac from Fireball XL5 is actually a Jerry Anderson creation. As I set that carefully back in there, I actually have it. I have the set there. Super Marionation Puppets, and Fireball XL5 is Jerry Anderson's second sci-fi children's show. And yes, it is in black and white. That's how old it is. Also, I have the Owl #1, and if you haven't guessed it, this whole row is going to be #1 issues from Gold Key, primarily Silver Age. The Owl #1. Some of that staining is actually, like you see this mark right here, is actually on the cello. It's on the bag, it's not on the book. And every one in this row, actually, I've cleaned and pressed. But the Owl #1, birds of a feather fight together. The owl battles the birdmen bandits. And yeah, this is pretty goofy, but I love it. The Flintstones #1, bigger and bolder. Wah wah. You gotta love the puns. Bigger and bolder. Just 25 cents. 25 cents. 80-page giant. Hanna-Barbera TV Superheroes #1. Herculoids, Birdman, Moby Dick, Mighty Mightor, and Young Samson and Goliath. Also the Galaxy Trio. This one is a tough one to find. So is the Steve Zodiac, actually. Steve Zodiac is pretty tough to find. This one is pretty hard to find. This one's more sought after, though, I believe. The New Adventures of Huck Finn #1. From TV, The Curse of Thut. You see the barefoot Huckleberry Finn. He's got no shoes. And you might remember this if you used to watch the Banana Splits show. because this was a live action interlude on the Banana Split show. That's actually a really nice copy. King Louie and Mowgli #1 from the Jungle Book. I think this is a one-shot, actually. I don't think there's a part 2. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a one-shot. If I'm wrong, you can tell me in the comments section. I actually got this one from the One You Loved Comics and cleaned it up. Needed a little love. It didn't need much work. And then G8 and his Battle Aces #1. And again, gold key, some of these painted covers. Just amazing artwork. Amazing artwork. You got to appreciate it. So much going on there. And now we'll roll into my wife's side, who put a bunch of, looks like, crime suspense stories. And these are the EC reprints, which, and this is issue #6. I think the issues are just in here kind of randomly. She also has some shock and suspense stories in here. But yeah, these are reprints from the Golden Age. These are pretty well sought after as well. That's a very well-known story. From Impact Comics. That was issue #12. Shock and Suspense #6. Jolting tales of tension in the EC tradition. Crime and Suspense again, #19. Woman being drowned. The original versions of these issues, like this one right here, Crime and Suspense Stories, The Beheaded Woman. The original versions of these issues are quite phenomenally expensive. #22 there. Crime and Suspense #16. The wrong barber here. His teeth are all broken. Look at that. And then Crime and Suspense #13. Lizzie Borden. See? Really? And that's the poem associated with Lizzie Borden. I don't know if they ever actually solved that mystery. That's a true story. Next up, this is also my wife's side. She's got some war comics. Dell Combat. I don't know what issue it is. Great artwork, though. Look at that. It's a lot of detail. The Death March of Bataan. War at Sea from CDC Comics. Again, I don't know what issue. It just says November. You'd have to look inside to see the numbers. Three different stories. And free prizes. DC Showcase presents G.I. Joe. Issue number 54. Not the G.I. Joe you're thinking of. Golden Age G.I. Joe, number 41. 156 new pen pals. See pages 9 through 12. Pen pals. Oh no, this wouldn't be Golden Age. Golden Age G.I. Joe number 52. Again, really excellent detail in the artwork. It's a lot going on. Number 11. Army at War. Two night fighters riding me and I can't see. Army at War number 75. And then Fightin' Marines. St. John's Comics, Golden Age. Ignore that price tag. This one's actually in pretty rough shape. And then my side again. And these are all Charlton Comics number 1 issues. Books I've worked on. And actually in really high grade. $6 Million Man number 1. All new. Bending up an iron beam, even though only one of his arms is bionic, but maybe they didn't tell that to the artist. And like I pointed out, yeah, you can see how clean that is. Charlton Comics are tough to find in high grade because they were not very well made. Bionic Woman number 1. If you get the Bionic Man, you may as well do the Bionic Woman as well. All new. Look how clean that spine is. He looks pretty shocked. He's just upset because he dropped his hat. Charlton Bullseye, number 1, featuring the Blue Beetle and the question. Again, a really clean copy. Conga's Revenge, number 1. What is it? Someone stop that thing. Don't hurt him. Conga is coming to me. Okay. Don't hurt him, she says. Indeed. House of Yang, number 1, first edition. These are tough to find clean. This one's still nice and white. Nice painted artwork. Haunted, number 1. Interesting the way they did this. I think it kind of resembles a luchador mask, actually. But you see there's inside of each of the openings a different story is being represented. And then Hercules, number 1. Nice bold blue color in the background. And that is what is displayed in the spinner rack for the month of September. Anything there really stand out for you? Do you have any of these? Tell us about it in the comments section down below. Would you like to see us continue to do this segment? You can tell us about that in the comments also. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. I sure hope you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you are new. Check out some of our other content. And if that is it, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.